Welcome to Past Lives, a sacred offering from Uncommon Methods, a sanctuary for the soul. I'm Jill Marie, and in this space we journey through the echoes of the soul story across time. In today's episode, Who Were You in a Past Life?, we'll explore fun but grounded tools to uncover archetypes and possible past life identities. We're going to use oracle cards, astrology, numerology, and even intuitive drawing. So whether you've wondered if you were a healer, a leader, or an artist, or even something else entirely, this episode will give you playful yet powerful ways to discover your soul's threads across times. Let's ground together before we begin. Inhale deeply, hold, and exhale. Another deep breath in, bringing golden glowing light into our bodies. Every cell filling with this golden light. And with every exhale, we're releasing the stale, stuck, and negative energy we've been holding on to. One more deep inhale. Feel the light and release the stale, stuck energy. Feel yourself lighter. Feel yourself arriving here. You're safe, you're supported. This is your space. It's free of judgment, full of curiosity. Because the magic you're looking for isn't out there, it's already within you, just waiting to be uncovered. Let's begin. For this session, Spirit guided me to work with a powerful combination of stones, herbs, and essential oils to anchor and open the path of remembrance. Apache tears and obsidian act as protectors and purifiers. They help to gently release grief, karmic wounds, and energies that we've carried over past lives while keeping us grounded and safe. There's a pyrite egg that brings strength, confidence, and radiant energy. It encourages us to step into our power as we uncover who we've been across time. Supporting this, yarrow and rosemary weave their medicine. Yarrow creates energetic boundaries and psychic protection, and rosemary, which is the herb of remembrance, it awakens our memory and our ancestral connections. Now, to soften and harmonize this, sweet orange and lavender essential oils are being used as well. Orange lifts the spirit with joy and vitality, and lavender soothes the heart, inviting peace and clarity. Now, together, all of these allies create a sacred container for us to explore our past lives with courage, grace, and trust. Just know that there are patterns, right? Universal patterns that have the warrior, the teacher, the artist. They often repeat their universal patterns, basically. And we can use those to help us learn about our story through time. So try this. You can pull a single card, and when you do, hold the intention. Show me what I most need to remember from my soul story. So look at the imagery, what is it that you're feeling? All of those things matter. But this isn't about getting the answer all at once. It's about receiving a thread to follow, a piece of wisdom to guide us deeper into our own remembering. So we can use astrology. It's a powerful tool. It's a lens for uncovering past lives. It maps the soul's journey through our birth chart. The South Node and the North Node work together as a map of the soul's evolution. And the South Node represents our past life. It's the patterns, skills, and comfort zones that our soul has already mastered. The North Node, in contrast, will show us our soul's direction in this lifetime. What new qualities do we need to learn? What lessons are we supposed to develop? And it often feels unfamiliar. It's challenging because it's something we've never done before. But together they reveal the balance between honoring where you've been and courageously where you're becoming. So for example, if you were a South Node in Leo, you might have a past life as a performer, a leader, or someone in the spotlight. My South Node is in Aries. And that means that my soul has spent lifetimes cultivating independence, courage, and self-reliance. I have been the warrior, the pioneer, the one who acted on instinct and forged my own path. These lifetimes taught me strength and bravery. But in this incarnation, this life right now, I'm being asked to soften it, okay? Don't be so independent. Learn to be a collaborator. Be in connection with others. And while my Aries South Node gives me confidence, my soul now seeks balance. It's honoring others' perspectives, and it's finding harmony between myself and partnerships. So we can also use numerology, which is a sacred key to understanding the soul's evolution across lifetimes. It reveals repeating patterns and lessons written in the language of numbers. And each number acts as a soul code. It illuminates what has been mastered before and what still needs growth. Now, your life path number is just a piece of that. It's calculated using your full birth date. And it's the foundation of this map. It represents your soul's purpose, innate gifts, and the greater story that you came here to live. It's the steady rhythm beneath your entire incarnation. It shows you how you naturally move through the world and where you're called to, evolve. So a life path number, mine is a number 9. And it represents faithful individuals that are on spiritual pursuits. And what's weird is I've always felt that, I've cared about the planet my whole life. I brought sick people home, tried to save animals. If I could give every hug in the world a hug, I would. My mantra is namaste. And that means I see the best in you. Because I do. I see the best in you. Now, the other factor is the personal year number. And that shifts annually because it's basically, you use the year that you're currently in. It's a spiritual forecast of lessons and opportunities. And there's a 9-year cycle. So it starts with the beginnings of a 1 all the way to the completion of a 9. And it's how do you flow with your soul's natural timing rather than against it. And alongside these, there's karmic numbers. And they're the unfinished business and the deeper soul lessons that we have carried across multiple lifetimes. It's found in the birth date or name. And these numbers like 13, 14, 16, and 19, they point to where old imbalances are being healed and transformed. They speak of responsibility, freedom, humility, and integrity. And when they're read together, they give you a full picture of your soul's journey. Where have you been going? Where have you been learning? And how each lifetime shapes the life you carry. So if you need anything, there's some in the PDF. There's some PDFs in the bottom. There's the soul journey, the South Node, how to find your own number. And there's also the soul reflection activity, which is an easy, intuitive archetype drawing. And you can see mine. I was trying to draw these little things at the top of the page. And at the time, I didn't know what the heck they were. But I knew that they weren't right as I was drawing them. I'm like, no, there's something missing. And then when I went to do some discovery, I found out that the Kundalini energy, the symbol for that is exactly that same circle. The circle up and down, weaving in together. And the same thing with the medical symbol. And it goes along with where I found myself. I've told you before, in Greece, I was a healer. I worked with crystals and herbs and essential oils and all kinds of things to get back to our soul. But that mantra, that activity will bypass logic and it taps into your soul's memory. And the mantra that I'm using this month is I honor the soul I have always been and welcome the wisdom of who I once was. You can use that during meditation, journaling, or just before bed. It gently invites past life wisdom into your present awareness without forcing or controlling the process. So in the next episode, Karma and Soul Contracts, we're going to explore how our souls create agreements across lifetimes. And those agreements help us learn and grow and balance energy. But they could be with a family member, they could be friends, lovers, or even challenges that we wanted to overcome. And they serve as catalysts for healing and evolution. We'll dive into how karma isn't punishment, but rather a sacred system of harmony and remembrance. And it guides us towards self-awareness and compassion. And this episode is going to help you recognize the deeper purpose behind your connections. How to consciously release or rewrite old soul contracts that no longer serve your highest path. So remember, exploring past lives isn't about getting exact details like names or anything. It's about recognizing patterns and archetypes so that you can, have the brushstroke of the masterpiece of your soul. So I hope today's journey offered you insight, peace, or a spark of remembrance. And if you felt connected to anything we've explored, like and subscribe and share it. But thank you for joining me for another episode of Past Lives. Keep listening to your soul. It always knows. And remember, the methods may be uncommon, but your magic is all your own. Stay curious, stay open, and most of all, stay uncommon. Till next month, take care of yourself.